Okay, one more time. For the assignment 1, this is the document itself, and then there is a sample assignment 1 reports for all of you to refer. It has been done by a student previously, I mean by a group itself. Okay, you guys can refer to that, but I have kept it hidden for now because I want to know everyone belongs to which group. So first thing first, make sure you fill up your group names. Okay? Inside here, inside this link. Okay? So 90 students, I expect around 8 groups. Right? But out of those 8 groups, 2 groups will have additional 1 member. Make sense, right? Okay? Okay, I think I'll proceed to today's lecture. So the faster you key in your details for the group project, I will release it early for the assignment. As long as you don't key in, so you guys must alert everyone and make sure, get them rushed quickly. Okay? I think some didn't come to the class, but watching from live recording. Yesterday, one guy asked me permission that he doesn't want to come to the class. He just want to watch it from live recording. Very smart, asking me itself. Okay. So for today's lecture, I'm going to cover about context of software product design. Okay. Okay. First, the objective is to explain how markets influence product types, which in turn influence design. So, right, everything is controlled by the market. There are buyers and sellers, right? So, whatever the buyers want, the sellers have to achieve the objectives for the buyers to be satisfied. So, the same concept over here. The second objective is to explain the product planning process, which is the product plan document. And the third one is to describe the role and contents of a project mission statement, and also to list the variety of software requirements specification, which is the SRS document. Okay, and also to describe the role and contents of an SRS. Okay, for the topics that we need to cover is that markets and product categories, product planning, and also project mission statements, and also software requirement specifications, and also types of software requirements. Okay, so what is a market, right? Okay, see the next slide. Okay, a market is a set of actual or prospective customers who need or want a product. So there are one role specified over here, which is the customers, which have the resources to exchange something of value for it and are willing to do so. So in any field, right, no matter in IT industry, agricultural, whatever field that you take on, right, there is a market outside there. According to the market, if you are a creator, you are trying to solve a problem, right, you need to listen to the market, which means the target audience, right? Okay, let's say if I want to develop a software, particularly for an e-commerce website, okay, let's say Shopee lah, okay, the clients, right, or the business stakeholders from Shopee will let me know what they want. So I'm getting requirements from them. And then I build the software, not like a one-man show, right? Obviously, I need to have a team, right? So based on their requirements, I will build the software designs. Okay. So who's the market over here? The stakeholders. Because they invest the money, right? They control the market. People who are very influential in the market. Okay. Okay, so every organization study market, but why do they have to study markets? Because if you don't know what's the market value for the product that you create, there's no point for you to create in the first place itself. Okay. Okay, to choose which markets to sell to, and to choose what products to develop, and to determine product features and characteristics. Okay. Okay, so normally, right, we do some market research, which is studying the market. Okay, for example, okay, here they going straight into the product categories. Okay, for a product category is a dimension along which products may differ. For example, target market size and product line novelty and also technological novelty. Okay, so product categories help managers to choose target markets, to choose products to develop, and also to choose product characteristics. Okay, what else? A product's place in a category influences its design specifications and the design process. Okay. Okay, what is the most influential current factor in product type or design? So technology is the first to be said as the most influential current factor. The reason is that technology keeps updating. It keeps revolution, there is a revolution happening again and again. So before 10 years, they didn't know what is AI, but now they are selling AI-based products recommendation for the targeted audience, right? So there is personalized recommendations coming up already. So technology is keep on updating. So you guys must be updating yourself also with the current trends and also the patterns. Okay, here is an image where it belongs like a Internet of Things kind of scenario. Okay, just for you guys to have a look lah. Okay, what is next? After market research, right? You get to know about the market. They possibly know what the market needs. Okay. So first thing is that you have to develop a product plan. So management must decide which products to develop. This decision is documented in a product plan. So a product plan is a list of approved development projects with start and delivery dates. And yeah, sometimes it's called product roadmap also. Okay, so this is the flow chart. First, you identify the opportunities within the market and evaluate and prioritize and also allocate resources and determine the timing to enter using your product and also finally bring up a product plan, right? Okay, first for the identifying opportunities, you want to know new product ideas always come from your customers and also developers, entrepreneurs, people who are the business people, right? And also the marketers. So your new ideas always come from customers. So you always have to identify what is the problem faced by your customer. If you particularly can identify and manage to solve their problem, you can call yourself a software designer, okay? Or maybe a software developer, or maybe an entrepreneur itself, okay? Okay, an opportunity funnel is a mechanism for collecting product ideas from diverse sources. So there are passive channels and active channels. I really don't want you guys to know about this, but just for your knowledge purpose. Okay, this is important. So an opportunity statement is a brief description of a product development idea. Okay, and also management chooses to pursue opportunities based on competitive strategy, market segmentation, and technology trajectories, and software reuse, and also profitability. Okay, and managers attempt to form a well-balanced and complete product portfolio. Okay, so usually there are more good opportunities than an organization can afford to pursue. So resources available for development are analyzed to determine which product to develop. And resource availability also determines the start time and duration of projects. Yeah, the end result is going to be a product plan, okay? Okay. So here, right, I want to talk about the project mission statement also, which is a document that defines a development project goals and the limits. Okay, a project mission statement launches a development project, states the software design problem, and the project mission statement is the main input to the product design process, okay? Okay, so this is the template that you need to follow. For your assignment 1 also, I expect the same template such as this, okay? First is the introduction, and then the product vision and project scope, and also your target markets and the stakeholders involved. So I think you guys don't have any real stakeholders involved. So what I suggest is that inside your group, right, you guys decide who's the stakeholder. So someone has to have that idea of being an entrepreneur, the business mindset. Okay. And also assumptions and constraints, and also business requirements. Okay. Okay, I think this one all pretty much straightforward. I just skip to this part. Okay, target market and stakeholder. So a stakeholder, which is the business owner or anyone who invests into a business, right, is affected by a product or involved in or influencing its development. So they have the control, okay? So product users and purchasers, developers and their managers, marketing, sales, distribution and product support personnel, and regulators, inspectors and lawyers as well, okay? So inside a project, right, let's say if it's a big multinational corporation projects, a lot of stakeholders will be involved and they have the authority to control the project. So that's the reason most of the projects get delayed. Sometimes it's the improper funding, right, or inadequate amount of resources or staff's expertise. It can happen, okay? So developers must know the target market and stakeholders to build a product satisfying the stakeholders' needs. So it always comes up to the stakeholders' needs, okay? Okay, for assumption is something that developers take for granted. So feature of the problem. So for example, target deployment environments, levels of user support, okay? And also the constraint, the limitations, right? Restriction on the solution, and also cost and time limits, conformance to regulations, okay? Okay, a business requirement is a statement of a client or development organization goal that a product must meet, okay? There are time, cost, quality, and also business results. What else? Okay, finally, the requirements engineering is also about creating, modifying, and managing requirements over a product's lifetime. Okay, you might want to know the basic definition of the difference between development and management. Okay, this is the most important thing that I want to cover because your assignment 1 requires you to create a SRS document at the end of the day, right? Okay, the software requirements specification is a document cataloging all the requirements for a software product, and the SRS should contain a statement of the product design problem and also a solution to the product design problem. So an SRS is the output of the produce design process, okay? The initial part you interact with the client and the requirements you gain out from the clients, the way you gather the requirements, and then finally you're coming up with a static prototype. Everything you will be documenting inside a software requirement specification document, okay? Okay, for the technical requirements, there is 2 that you need to know, which is the functional and non-functional. Okay, for the functional, right, it's a statement of how a program must map program inputs to program outputs. Okay, a non-functional requirement is a statement that a software product must have certain properties. When you say reusability, user-friendliness, compatibility, what else, right? I think there's many more, right? Reliability, security, right? It all belongs to non-functional requirements. Okay, when you say functional requirements, my system shall be able to browse through the products of available in the market. That is a requirement belonging to functional requirement. My system shall be able to list down all the products to this particular category, okay? That's a statement that you're making for the functional requirement, okay? Okay, this is a taxonomy over here, but the most important thing you guys need to know is functional and non-functional. The data can be ignored for now. Okay, so there's a level of abstraction over here. One is the user level, operational, and physical level. But before that, right, I want to show the SRS template. So this is the SRS template, which means each and every criteria inside here should be satisfied when I ask you to create an SRS document. Okay? Okay, summary area. Okay, for those who just came in, right, I just want to say about this link to key in group details for group project. So make sure everyone key in your group details for the group project. Because when I open, right, I see some of the groups still have not enough members, like here. Whose group is this? Yin Caesar. Anybody? Okay. Okay, like Naveen's group, right? So try to find members up until 8. Because there's total of 90 students. And if we divide by 8, how much we get? How many groups we get? 11, okay? So out of that 11 groups, 2 groups will have another additional 2 members. Right? Am I making clear sense? So fill this up by now, because if you guys didn't fill up, I won't release the assignment. And the assignment is ready. Okay, so if I go back, right, I just need to unhide it. The reason why I'm not unhiding it yet is that you guys haven't filled up your group names. It's end of the week 2 already, yeah? Time is ticking. Okay, so make sure start to get serious a bit, because later on, your deadline gets nearer also if you guys keep delaying the time. Okay? So shall I wait for you guys to fill up by now? And I can give a small briefing of the assignment 1. Everybody look at my face like I'm a zombie. Okay or not? Aloysius? Okay? Naveen? Who else I remember the names? Matthew I remember. I remember very few names. Your names I don't remember, but the faces I do. Okay. And if I release the assignment 1 for today, the deadline will be 4 weeks from now. This is week 2, right? So week 6 on Thursday. Before the end of Thursday, which means Friday midnight. Okay? So if I release it today, it's going to be on Friday midnight, the due. Okay? So meanwhile, I'm just going to wait for you guys to key in the group details. We still have another 40 minutes. I can cover up the assignment 1 and the briefing, how you guys need to do. Okay, and I also, after this, every lecture, I prefer all of you sitting in a group. So it's easier to identify. Okay? Matthew, this one all your group mates, is it? Okay. Lu Tan Yu, Navigo gang, right? Okay. Okay, Nicole. Okay, your group mates are there, right? Okay. Okay, who else? Okay, make sure mention your group leader names. I see some of the groups doesn't have a group leader name, like number 4. Okay. Ui Xian Biao. Okay, your group mates all there, right? Then Louis. Oh, he's not there. Okay. Hamza. Your group mates are there, everyone? Okay. Okay, these 3 members, right? Try someone to join with them and make it up to 8. Okay. Naveen's group, I think, got 6 members, right? So someone want to join Naveen's group? I think this group number 8 can join with Naveen's group. Sorry? You need one more person. But I see only 6 only. Okay, if you even add one more person, it's gonna be up to 7, right? I need 8. You already have 7. Okay. Okay. And also don't forget to put your group names, huh? Like here I put some sample names, right? Like Romeo 1, Juliet 1. You can change it, okay? Navigo can change, huh? Okay, Dane. Who's Dane? Dane? You have enough group members? 5. And anybody joining soon? No, is it? You guys want to join with the group number 8? Maybe you guys just fill it up under here. Okay, wait, let me call out these names. Xiong Hao? Anybody Xiong Hao? It's you. Okay. Zhang Zunjian? It's you, right? Okay, you belong to this group, right? This one, right? Yin Caesar? Nobody Yin Caesar, okay. So these 2, do you guys want to join? Group number 12. Number 12. Okay? So make sure fill up your names under their names and try to get to know them. They are over here. Okay? Okay, make sure fill up the names. I'll just go through the question for assignment 1. Okay, so this is the assignment 1, guys. So what I require you to do is that there is set of tasks allocated for all of you. Since it's a group assignment, right? There is a group task, which means you guys need to specifically allocate the task for your members. So the leaders has to decide. Okay, so any problems, you have to go through the leader. And the leader have to go through the lecturer, which is me. Okay, so any problem, he should come and address to me, not the members. If the leader itself problem, then you can come to me. Okay, makes sense, right? Okay, so here you list down your names and everything. Okay, the individual task allocation, make sure you separate the tasks. Here, there is until 8 rows, right? You can add rows if necessary. Okay, you can play with the table how much you want. Okay, so this is the introduction part. So in an era driven by rapid technological advancements and AI, right? Software solutions that uphold human values and foster individual growth are more essential than ever. So Taylor's University is dedicated to this mission by embedding holistic education into its core, preparing students to lead and make meaningful contributions on a global scale. So, by definition, we know that we're going to play inside the Taylor's environment. You can use the My Campus, the My Times portal, right? Or you can play with the students platform. Everything goes into the idea of enhancing, improving it, right? What else could have been done better? That's the idea over here, okay? So the primary goal of this assignment is to assess and build students' proficiency in agile project management. So whatever you build, right, for the software screen designs, I want them to be approached in agile management, project management, okay? and also requirements analysis within the context of educational software design. So students will leverage agile methodologies to create a comprehensive software requirement specification. Okay, so for the instruction, right, and the task, right, first is the project selection and agile planning, okay, which allocates 10%. So how smartly you select the project and how you manage the project throughout holds this 10%, okay? And also ideation and executive summary, okay? So you define the project vision and impact. And also you might want to provide some visual aids for enhanced clarity. So when I say visual aids, it should be the workflow diagrams that you learn in the class, such as activity diagrams, class diagrams, state diagrams, all of those, okay? So that holds a 5%. And also the prototyping and iterative development. So you develop a beta prototype, which is a static prototype. It's non-clickable, right? Static screen designs. And also documentation of iterative improvements. So you must make a story saying that it was this bad in the initial stages. I made a lot of improvements, further improvements to improve it, okay? And this much of timeline has been taken to make those improvements, okay? Since this is a short semester, I can't give you guys more time. If it's a long semester, obviously I give more than like 6 weeks or something, right? Because it's a 14-week semester for long semester. But for short semester, we can't actually. So you guys have to speed up. But don't worry, there is a sample report have been uploaded into MyTime. So you guys can always refer to that. Okay, so those group actually managed to score the highest last semester. Out of 30, they managed to get 28% out of 30. Hello? Not working, Now okay. I think the way I hold, right, sometimes it goes like this. Because I'm also tired. Okay, next is the comprehensive SRS document. So compose a full SRS document which has the functional, non-functional, and also use cases with diagrams, system architecture overview, and requirements traceability metrics. Okay. So for the submission, right, every group submit only one file. The leader only has to submit. Okay. And then sooner or later, I will upload a peer evaluation form for the leader to fill up. Okay. So if there's any complaints there on a particular student's name, yes, I will penalize the marks. Because it has been happening again and again in the previous semesters. As a lecturer, I'm also fed up. Because at the last minute, the students come up to me and say, this fella didn't do the work. That fella didn't do the work. I can't do anything. You should tell me in the initial stage itself. Okay? When problems are arising within the group, identify them immediately and address them to your lecturer. Okay, because I'm here to help also. If you guys help me, I help you. Okay? Okay, so this is the whole breakdown: project selection, agile planning, ideation. So it sums up to 30%, right? Okay, for the SRS, you follow this marking scheme, especially for the SRS, which is the 10%, right? Because I will go through this entire criteria, which scale down to 10%. As it says here, right, note that the marking scheme for SRS, subtotal will scale down to 10%, okay? So make sure when you enter into the SRS section, all of these criteria must be satisfied, okay? Okay, so have you guys filled up the... Okay, have you guys filled up the group details on the link? I believe you guys have filled up because I'm going to release the assignment 1 by today because it's getting late already. It's week 2 already, okay? And then there is a sample report over here. Just quickly show the sample report as well. Okay, so previously there were only 10 students in my class. So I had to break them into 2 groups, which consists of 5 members each. Okay, any of you know the students? Nobody knows, right? Okay, then they are safe lah. So you guys can refer to the sample report because I think they have managed each and every objective clearly. And at the end of the day, what I expect is something sort of similar to this report. Okay. Okay, I think some of the groups have already filled up their names, right? So I think it's better for me to unhide it first because I think those who are ready can start already. But yeah, make sure if you have any problems with your group formations, please come up to me now itself because it will be too late if you guys like prolong it, right? Okay, so if you guys want to proceed with the assignment discussion, you guys can do so. I'll just unhide it quickly. What is that? Make available, right? Okay. Right? Show. Okay, you guys can start doing the assignment one. And also, if I finish the lectures earlier, right? Because usually I will go through the lecture slides very fast, unless you guys have any questions to stop me, right? If I finish the lecture earlier, you guys can use the remaining time to do your discussion for your assignments. And also later on, there will be group project as well. Okay? Okay. And also your midterm test is on week 4. Okay, so this is week 2 already. So next week we have only 1 week interval. Alright? So the week 4, the midterm test will be held in tutorial sessions. Okay? The first one. Okay? We'll do it on the first one or the second one? It's MCQ, short questions and also true and false questions. Okay? Easy, right? But I'll make it confusing for you. Yes? You have to answer through the My Times. Okay? So it opens up a browser for you to answer. So the marks, evaluation, the grading, everything will be done inside My Times. So it's easier for me to download the Excel file and to merge all your grades. Okay? Which one? For the assignment. Okay. Agile, yes. You mean which project management approach to use?